so lonely, broken angel. I'm so lonely.
Hollywood films, and to put it frankly, you know, the women's characters revolve around yours. There are many scenes where there are scantily clad women without any real link to the plot. You know, they don't have to be dressed like that. I mean, are you comfortable having starred in such films, and yet here you are advocating women's rights?
I'm most comfortable having starred in those films, and none of them. I mean, I was just trying to quickly see if there was a scantily clad woman in my film.
I've spoken to Indian people here at the World Economic Forum,
is all right.
And they said, you know, these are the films that Shah Rukh Khan has acted in.
Yes, and they're all right.
You know, everything revolves around him, and the woman gains salvation if she, you know, ends up marrying you and that kind of thing.
No, Zena, you've asked the wrong people. Then no. My films, everything revolves around the woman. I revolve around the woman. In every film, I run after them.
Really?
Please.
Okay, really? I'll give you. Let me hit you with this bit of research from 2012 from the University of Louisville in the US, which found that commercial Hindi films portray ideal women as submissive, self-sacrificing, chaste, and controlled, while the bad woman is individualistic, sexually aggressive, westernized, and not sacrificing. I mean, you know, it's got a lot of data. That kind of.
But I don't do typical Hindi films.
But that's the industry, though. Still, you might be tarred with the same brush, even if you say, well, I don't do that kind of film.
No, there is 100%. I mean, 100% there is a portrayal of women, which needs to change in every aspect, not only in Indian films. And one tries to, as much as one, through one's work. But yes, it exists. I mean, there's no denying it, that yes, this categorization of humanity and women, submissive and always trying to define them by society clearly so that they're subservient to men continues, and it does. But those are not the cinemas that you look at. You can look at that one side and say, oh, this is such an depressive and oppressive way of portraying women. Or you can look at the other side. We make 1,000 films, and even if you're making 500 awful ones and 500 or at least 50 good ones where this is being tried to change, it's not just that the cinema is promoting it. Society believes in this. And it's being portrayed in cinema, and it is changing. So, for me,
but that's the question. That's a very interesting thing you raise there, because I mean, should Bollywood films, or your films in particular, mirror societies and reflect what their opinions are, or should it try to lead and reform opinion on harmful, negative stereotypes?
I think it should do both. Cinema should do both. It should not just become one that, oh, I'm going to change the society. Some cinema should do that. And some cinema should reflect society and, take on things from real life so that you can identify with them. I just read somewhere a couple of days ago, every art form is a lie, and but it is going towards proving some truth. So one lie would be, you're mirroring society. The other one would be where you're trying to tell them to change it. So both kinds of cinema should happen. Not one of them.
Okay, but the most commercially successful ones are going to be the ones that don't upset the apple cart too much. I mean, you have said we have to realise that this is a business at the end of the day, however much you may think it's a creative field. Absolutely, so there's no point making a film that's too challenging and then it just bombs, it doesn't do well.
Yeah, it would. I mean, depending on how much of a challenge you're ready to take. Last 5 films of mine have bombed, so which will not make me turn around and do the typical film still.
Right. You said last November that you believe in storytelling. You said, I believe no matter what your language, no matter what country your story comes from, and no matter what your ideology is, storytelling and listening should be a familial experience which binds us all together, makes relationships stronger, even in the face of dissent and discussion. I mean, could that refer to some of the intercommunal tensions and divisions that we see in modern day India?
See, I think that is essential. There will be dissent for everything. And I think, like you would also believe, like we all believe, there has to be a discussion on it. There can't be a radical, standoff when there is dissent. I think if you can have a discussion, and then you talk about, in our country, we're the biggest democracy. And if you're the biggest democracy, dissent is a part and parcel of that, and as much is discussion. So when you have a story and, when you go out, sometimes there's dissent, but I would, as a filmmaker, as a citizen of our country, as a citizen of the world, whenever there's dissent, can we just have a little bit of discussion about it and sort it out instead of taking standoff positions. So it is possible.
Are
to
you
have
worried
this.
about standoff positions, as you put it? Because there is a current of opinion. I've heard it expressed here at Davos from Indian delegates I've talked to about, there is a kind of certain, tension. Some people feel that there is a kind of Hindu nationalism that really is not fostering good intercommunal ties.
No, I don't think so. I think, I was just telling people outside, because of social media, whenever a certain thing, when small factions or fractions of things happen, now they seem a little bigger. But the beauty of all this is that within all this trolling and anger and people expressing themselves, they're all also connected. So I feel this is, we're on the cusp of something amazingly inclusive and integrating in this kind of dissent. When I just see it on social media, I haven't seen it live anywhere, and I would be wrong to comment on it that way. But I think if you have this kind of dissent or whatever, if people claim it, I think just a bit of discussion, especially finally, if it's not going to be inclusive, everybody will suffer. But I think we've not in that stage at all in our country.
I'm so lonely, broken angel.